Ooh, caught me off guard. Let me look pretty for the camera. Ugh, little powder. Anyway, obviously you could tell I don't put much effort into my looks for video because I try to make these things as real as possible. I could throw on a suit, I could look like a politician or a newscaster, but I'm not. I'm just some guy. Just some guy in his basement. This channel was actually supposed to be a funny channel. The Great Pasquale's got a lot of funny videos. I try to keep it funny. I mean, you gotta entertain people. There's music on my channel. There's all sorts of things. My channel is very incognito, and I know I don't get a lot of viewers. I don't get a lot of subscribers. Should I oversell myself? No. I don't push this channel. It's just here. If you happen to click on it, stay, listen, learn something. But I'm here for your entertainment on my funny stuff, and I'm also here, plugging music. I had a band called Aberdeen Lizards. I'm revamping that band, but now with this whole Corona thing, it's been very it's been depressing. There's nowhere to play, obviously, and who knows for how long. How are people gonna mosh again, huh? People, this thing has changed people's way of looking at others forever. We're probably gonna do away with the traditional handshake. We're gonna start bowing like they do in Japan. My wife's Japanese, I know. Anyway, let's stick to the subject. Today's content is about how stupid we are. Everything's about how stupid we are because we're stupid. This COVID-19, I call it stupid-19. I'm going to continue to call it stupid-19. It has made everybody stupid. Social distancing. Why? This virus, and I'm going to put links down, I'm going to find all these links because I don't just make this stuff up. I read and read and read. I'm sorry I don't have every link for everything I say, but I don't get this stuff from the clear blue sky. I don't make it up. These are what medical experts are saying, and they go back and forth, and I get all that. This is not an airborne disease. It can only be caught in droplet form. Like I've said before, is a sneeze. It lands in the air, and it could live for 3 seconds. 3 seconds! If it lands on the surface, it lives for 3 seconds. Not 9 days. I know there's information out there about stainless steel could hold it for a week or whatever. Not true. Here. I'm going to read you something. I just happened to find this website here. HuffPost.com. How long can coronavirus live on surfaces, and does disinfecting work? I'm going to turn the camera around. This way you can see it. Some nice gentleman here, little video, but that's the website. Yeah, I will. In fact, I'll post that link so you can read for yourself. I'm going to read to you. Follow the bouncing ball, as the great Mark Levin always says. So, when it comes to the new coronavirus going around, aka COVID-19, good hygiene seems to be our best line of defense. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Anyway, you get the point. Good hygiene. Does anybody have good hygiene? Obviously not. We don't even know what hygiene is. It's called washing your hands, okay? You could use hand sanitizer. You could use soap and water. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. And just to continue here, it says, though some people's illnesses will be severe, the vast majority of COVID-19 illnesses are probably going to be relatively mild, even asymptomatic. And also, regardless of a pandemic maybe coming to the United States, this is an older thing, obviously. People are going to say, oh, new studies show this, and then also new studies contradict the new studies. It happens all the time. But anyway, do disinfectant wipes work to eliminate the virus? Public services are known hotspots for dangerous bacteria and germs. A study from 2018 found that contagious disease-causing bacteria from people's guts and feces can be found on most public touch screens. But we don't live in a perfect world, and people misuse wipes, demolish their effectiveness. One study found that while disinfecting wipes clear off most bacteria from surfaces, it stays on the wipe. And if it's reused, the bacteria is transferred to the new location. See, just basic little things that people don't realize. I mean, I know that. I wouldn't wipe and wipe and wipe and wipe something else if you're trying to disinfect something. You wipe, you fold it, you wipe the other side, you throw it out, get a new one. They reckon health experts are recommending using ethanol, bleach-based wipes, and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, to get to the point, they say here... sorry, this video. I want to make this interesting. I should just edit these things. I just like letting the camera roll. I don't like editing. I like to do this in the real time. You know, it makes it feel more real, doesn't it? Hey, where the hell is this thing? Oh. Make sure you're also sanitizing your smartphone. People don't think of these things. Disinfectant wipes may be fine to use on some parts. Some companies also recommend using warm soapy water and a microfiber towel. Turn the power off, blah, 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 obviously. And don't bother with the face masks. Health experts largely agree they won't help unless you're already sick, in which case they can shield people around you from your own coughs and sneezes. Bottom line, take care of yourself and don't panic. See, that's something I learned being married to an Asian girl. I've always seen Asians do this. When they are sick, they wear a mask so they don't get others sick. That's smart. It's considerate. But people are walking around with the mask to shield themselves from everybody, and that can't be healthy, sucking in your own air all day long. And I think people are sleeping with these masks. I've seen these morons in my neighborhood driving with the masks on. How could you be in your car with your windows shut? They probably don't even turn the AC on or anything to get any ventilation, with the mask on and the gloves in their car. There is mass hysteria out there, paranoia like I've never seen. They think that this is some toxic gas floating around that's gonna like melt your skin. And when, we got to reopen this country. We have to. And I'm sorry, but this is insane. What is the point of social distancing if what I've just told you about how long this virus lasts on surfaces? 3 seconds. How long it lasts in the air? 3 seconds. So why do you have to stand 6 feet away from somebody? What's the point? Especially if everybody's wearing fucking gloves and masks, there's no point. This is retarded. Absolutely retarded. People have to take care of their health. Number one. There's huge counts of diabetes in this country. Heart disease. People eat crap. Oh, here's another thing too. How do you think this thing's spreading? And we already know the numbers about which races are getting it. And let's face it, minorities, they eat a lot of fast food. You go into a McDonald's, you go into a Popeyes, a KFC, or whatever. You open the filthy door handle that everybody touched. You touch your filthy money, which is the dirtiest thing on the planet. You pay for your food. They sit down, they put their hands in their box of fried chicken, or on their hamburger, or on their slice of pizza, and they stick it in, what? Their mouth. So now the germs went from your hands into your mouth. You basically sort of took the virus and had a bowl of it. Then this is why the flu, colds, the coronavirus, fucking whatever, all these viruses and bacteria and anything. I mean, you can get pink eye, canker sores. There's so many things that you get from your hands. You think anybody would think if you're going to eat in a restaurant, in a place where you're eating with your hands, that you carry around a little thing of hand sanitizer or wipe your hands? When I go for sushi, the first thing they bring you is a hot towel. That's smart. They know, because people sit down. They're not going to go run to the bathroom so they sit down and wash their hands. They're going to sit down, and people do eat sushi with their hands or the chopsticks. You can do it both ways. This is like common sense, people. Common sense. We need the government to tell us how to wash our hands, how to stand far away from each other, not to cough on each other, not to sneeze on each other, how to cover our mouths when we sneeze. I mean, this is nuts. We're like a bunch of babies in kindergarten. We need to reopen our country, reopen the states, reopen businesses, and people could stand packed in elevators and packed into trains like sardines, and everybody will be just fine. And when someone's sick, It could spread. We'll get better. We'll live. And we'll go back to work in a few days. We're not going to die, America. Okay? This whole thing's been a lie. Every day they twist these numbers up and down and back and forth between Anthony Fauci and this one and that one. I can't even take it anymore. Doesn't it seem so calculating to you? Do you not see what's going on here? They know they screwed up. I've said it on this little mini program right here, if you want to call it a program. No, fine, it's a program. It's my TV show. Ray Pasquale. I've said it. This has been an overblown hoax, lie, bunch of nonsense. I'm not saying the virus doesn't exist, but it is not as bad as they have been making it sound. I'm not even going to say that it's bad. I'm going to say that it is a virus. Simply that. No worse than the flu. No worse than the flu! Okay? I'm going to say it over and over and over again until it beats into your brains. Until someone proves me wrong. Prove me wrong. Challenge me. Because like I said, as horrible as the internet is, it has given all of us access to data. I have the same data you guys have. You just got to dig and find it. These websites exist. The studies are there. There are people on radio, on TV, all the time talking about all different points of view. And there's so many different opinions out there. But we're growing. The numbers are growing in the contradicting nature of people that are fighting against these lies. Many, many, many people are on board with my way of thinking here. Like I always say, don't just take my word for it. I didn't just make this up, but I do have good instincts. When I see something that doesn't make sense, I question. We should always question. Albert Einstein said it. Always ask questions. There's nothing wrong with that. Why would we sit here and believe everything the government tells us? Why? Should we not ask? I mean, what do you think? Am I nuts? Even if I was nuts, doesn't mean I'm wrong. Okay? I got a pretty good head on my shoulders. Although I may not look like I do. But I don't fall prey to the nonsense politics. You know these politicians. They just prey on your fears. And they want to look like heroes. They care more about their political career than they do about you or me and every other hardworking American. Well, I don't know that you're all hardworking. I know I am. But those of us that are hardworking Americans out there, these politicians do not care about you. They care about votes. That's all they care about. All right? Now, I'm not going to vlog too much more about this corona crap because I've beaten a dead horse here. If whenever I come up with some new data, some information, or just some little epiphany like washing your hands, I know I've said that in other videos. I just wanted to beat that into your heads because when they say social distancing, all you gotta say is, listen, I washed my hands. They are clean. I have not touched anything. And if I touch that doorknob and that desk and that person and this here, I'm gonna wash my hands again before I put them in my mouth. And you should do the same. But the lesson to be learned here is hygiene and health. We have terrible health in this country, and obviously you see the numbers in New York are so high. New Yorkers are disgusting. Pollution, I mean, and it's been getting worse. New York City in general, specifically. I mean, New York City is a pile of crap. Homelessness is, I mean, my neighborhood looks like Night of the Living Dead. I got attacked by a horde of fucking homeless people before. They go like zombies walking across the help me out. I mean, no one's giving them money because no one wants to go near them because everybody's scared of this thing. But it's been disgusting for years. De Blasio and Cuomo ran this city and state into the goddamn ground. Jobs have left New York. People have left New York. I'm leaving too as soon as I can. I'm either going to South Carolina or anywhere far away from here. I'm done. This video ran way too long. I didn't mean to bore you, but I just had to get this off my chest because it's driving me nuts. And I want to get a different scene. I like doing the driving videos and showing the scenes, the empty streets, the masked morons. You know, it's like the mask. I know you people think you mean well, but you're sending such a poor message to everybody. You're creating more fear. Take off your mask. I don't care what anybody says. This government has no right to force you to wear one. It's unconstitutional. Social distancing, I can't even say the word anymore, is unconstitutional. All this stuff is unconstitutional. All they had to do was enforce education and hygiene, which is already stupid. We don't have to quarantine and hide in our houses and close down the entire city and state and country. This has gone too far. So this is the second week of April. This is the countdown. Some shit better fucking change soon, because I've had it. If anybody's out there and you want to join me, let's start a march. Be like the Million Man March or something. We'll call it the Stupid 19 March or the Corona Chronicles or whatever you want to call it. But we need to march for our freedom. If we don't get this country back, people, I'm telling you now, we're not going to have a country anymore. Don't be afraid. Join me. Let's figure it out. Wherever we got to march to. D.C., Albany, I don't care. Let's just do something. Let's be heard. And we could all stand 6 feet apart from each other. See, that's the whole funny thing. No one's marching because we're going to get arrested for gathering. They got us by the balls here. One more thing. The hospitals are so overrun. There's bodies everywhere. There's at capacity. There is no fucking proof. Not one shred of proof. I live near all these hospitals that they said. There's nothing going on. There's no ambulances rushing in. They are not at capacity. This is lie after lie. Don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe everything you read. I have a song called Everything You Read. Check it out on YouTube. Aberdeen Lizards. If you hate my politics, that's great, but don't judge my music just based on my politics. If you like my music, you like my music. Separate the two. You know, I do it. My father has a problem with things like that. He can't even watch a movie that has an actor in it that's like super liberal. Doesn't bother me too much. I separate the politics. I don't have to personally know them, you know. But, you know, that's all I ask of you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry, again, that I rambled on for 17 goddamn minutes. Goodbye.